morning, good afternoon. How are you? I'm Michael Weissman. On behalf of my partner, Jay Meisler, we really want to welcome you to this webinar. We really appreciate your time. I think you're going to find what we have to say here tremendously informative, very entertaining, and also relatively brief. So kind of pay attention if you can, and we'll take you through what we have to show you in pretty short order. Just to give you a little background, you see a bio of both Jay and myself. We are, I guess, grizzly veterans of this industry. Jay, starting way back over 40 years ago via the banking system. He has tremendous amount of experience coming out of some of the largest banks in the world. I'm a retail trading guy, just like everybody else on this call. You know, I started a little over 20 years ago. Decided it was something I wanted to get into. I've been practicing the craft now for well over 20 years. I've been pretty successful, but nothing approaching the success that I've been having lately, especially since I joined up with Jay at The Amazing Trader. So, you know, Jay and I have been through the trenches. We've seen it all. As retail traders, we know, you know, how to do it. We know the pitfalls, and we were able to put together a program here that, you know, you'll see for yourself is quite amazing. You're going to look at this, believe it or not, almost like a video game. In that, you guys who know how to game, there'll be a couple of levels, and it's really easy to navigate through. And all you got to do is complete one level and bounce to the next level. And we're going to take you right through that right now. And you're going to see the success that we can have. So let's get going here and move kind of pretty quickly, okay? You know, this is one of my favorite sayings of all time. It's something I've thought of and I believe for a long time. You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach him how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Well, you know, I'm going to turn off my camera here for a second so I can show you guys a presentation. I wanted you to see that you were looking at a real person, but let's get rid of that for right now. All right, so give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. That's what we're all about right here. Let me take you through and you'll see it for yourself. Okay, you're in the wrong place. Okay, if you think we're some kind of a signal service, we're not a signal service. We're not a trade room. We're not auto trading. We don't do tweets. We don't do TikTok dance videos. Okay, you're in the right place if you want to learn how to fish. All right, we're here to teach you how to trade. If you want to control your own destiny, if you want to work when you want, if you're self-motivated, if you possibly want to trade for a living, and certainly if you want to grow your account intelligently. There are two things that Jay and I have learned over the years. These are the requirements for success in trading. It really essentially breaks down to two very, very simple things. You need a decision-making tool or a set of tools that are used to identify possible trading opportunities. Now, these tools, they got to be reliable and they have to be applied consistently. And anybody who's been trading, I'm sure, has been using a number of these tools, and there are many, many, many more. So you've heard things like Fibonacci retracement, Elliott waves, harmonic patterns, moving averages, RSI, relative strength. You know, I've used them all. I've used them all individually. I've used them all in combinations. I've used these and others. They get you crazy, okay? But you do need a consistent set of rules so that you can help find trading opportunities. On top of that, and this is where most traders get into trouble, you need a well-designed risk management system to take advantage of these opportunities. And we're going to go into that in depth coming up in just a couple of minutes. So why do we call this the Amazing Trader? Because the Amazing Trader is the only retail trading product out there that we know of for sure that addresses both of these requirements in one very, very easy, simple to use product. And we're going to take you through the product right now. So this is key. All right, very important. You need something to help you make a decision on trading. And once you make a decision on what you're going to trade, you need to understand how to manage your money. So hang on, let me go back for a second. Excuse me. All right, Jay's going to take you through this. I'm going to turn the process over to Jay in just a minute or two. because Jay is the designer, the original inventor and creator of the amazing trader charting algo. I came along much later with the risk management, and I'll explain how that kind of came about to you in a few minutes. But Jay is the original creator. He developed this product really for his own use as a trader over the last few years. He and I hooked up a little over a year ago. It's a little bit of a longer story. I'll tell you a little bit about it later on. But this is Jay's bailiwick, okay? And basically, the amazing trader is very, very simple. It comes with lines. Okay, these are dynamic lines, the blue and red lines that you see. These lines are constantly changing. They're developing. We use those lines as areas to as support and resistance, but it's a lot more than support and resistance that you're going to have to understand. Just not just simply support and resistance, but we use these lines to trade. There's 3 basic strategies we use every day. These strategies work under all market conditions, and they work on every trading instrument. So if you like cryptos, if you like FX, if you like gold, silver, if you like oil, if you like the indexes, all of the above, different things move in different paces at different times of the day on different days. So you have a very, very wide variety of instruments that you can trade, and the amazing trader works on all of them exactly the same way. Okay. Now, risk management, this is where I came in. When Jay and I met, Jay had the amazing trader algo. It was great. He was using it to trade. I always had in my head the math of exactly how I wanted to trade. I knew what the risks were. I had a system set up. And once I saw Jay and the amazing trader, I immediately thought of the system that I had been developing. We put 2 and 2 together, and then here we are. And so we have a built-in risk management system. I'm going to tell you exactly how it works in a couple of minutes. Really, really simple. You're going to be amazed. Amazing trader. But basically, it's a risk management system. Now, you don't have to use it. You can trade it on or turn it on or off. If you don't use it, foolish in our opinion, but you can trade it on or off. There's settings in there. You can adjust them to your own preferences. We have a default setting, which I'm going to tell you about, which we strongly encourage you use. It's very, very easy, one-click order setup. I'm going to give you a demonstration where we do position size, stop loss, take profit. And in particular, this risk management system that I developed it with the amazing trader trading strategies in mind. And you're going to see how that plays out in a second, because what we developed here specifically works to go together. Okay, so Jay, I'm going to turn it over to you right now. Guys, say hi to Jay Meisler. He's my partner and the original creator. Hang on, let me change this. And hang on. Let's just see. Jay, you should be able to take over from here. There you go.
You got me now? Here I go.
Yep, good job, Jay.
Okay, I'm going to show my screen as well. Welcome to the our webinar and a most amazing program for trading. As Michael said, I've been trading for an awful long time. And the best endorsement I can give is that I can't trade without it. Now, I'm going to shut down my video here so we can concentrate on the screen. And the amazing trader is unique. And why it's unique is that it works not only on all time frames with all currencies, but it works in all market conditions. So imagine you open your platform at any time of day and you'll see trading opportunities unfold before your eyes. This is why we call it the amazing trader. We also nickname it AT, so you'll see me referring to it as AT during this section of the presentation. The AT proprietary algo delivers our trading lines to your charts in real time. Its trading lines are dynamic, which means they are constantly updating to reflect the current state of the market. So let's take today as an example. And here is a euro-dollar chart. When I walked in a short while ago, all you saw were red lines here. Euro-dollar was pointing up. Now, at 5 a.m. New York time, the market had turned down. You can see by these blue lines moving to the downside. So if I had continued trading as if we're in an up move here, I would have been on the wrong side of the market. So the idea is that the amazing trader is dynamic. And that means that you're going to see it constantly updating its lines. And when the risk shifts, the amazing trader is going to indicate that shift in risk. And it allows you to trade on the right side of the market rather than trading in the old, we call an episode, being buying when the market is selling. So when the market's selling, you want to be in with that flow, and when the market's buying, vice versa, you want to be in with that flow as well. So let's take a look at the amazing trader in action. When you open a chart with AT running on it, you'll see red lines and blue lines. Red lines represent support and blue lines represent resistance. Now these lines by themselves can be quite amazing, but it's only part of the story. You can see here how the market is moving here as we speak, and this is a real-time presentation. So AT lines form patterns, and these patterns offer opportunities to trade. When you see red lines dominating, it tells you the risk is pointed up as the market's having trouble absorbing the buying. You see blue lines dominating as it was over here. It means the market is in a sell mode and is having trouble absorbing the selling. We call these ladder lines. These are blue ladder lines, as you can see what happened if some news came out and this market is skyrocketed. What we call these ladder lines, and these lines form patterns. So imagine the instrument you're trading climbing up or down a ladder. In this case, it's climbing down a ladder. I will show you an indication. This is Bitcoin. You can see it in a 4-hour chart. You can see it climbing up a ladder. Each red or blue line representing a rung on a ladder. As long as the rungs keep building in one direction or the other, the pattern's intact. This is what we call an AT ladder pattern. Now we've taken this a step further with a strategy that allows a user to trade a ladder pattern in all market conditions. We call it the AT ladder trading strategy. We also have other strategies, as Michael mentioned, there are 3 of them, that will tell your user when the pattern is running out of steam and about to reverse. These are easy to understand and execute a trade using its logic. But there's more to the story. I firmly believe that identifying the side least at risk, now listen to this, the side least at risk, and thus the side to trade, is more than half the battle in putting on winning trades. Another way to look at it is the side of the market least likely to see your stop get triggered is the side you want to trade. So how do we do this? How do we identify the side of the market to trade? We do it by drilling down time frames, starting with longer time frames and moving down to shorter time frames, looking at what AT is showing. As you mentioned, the amazing trader works in all time frames. So therefore, we're going to see similar patterns on different time frames. And this gives us an idea what side we want to trade. For example, if you look at this Bitcoin chart, starting with a daily chart, you see red lines dominating. And as you move down from daily to 4-hour to 1 hour, which is now seeing some consolidation, you would have seen that the market is trading on the bullish side. Because when red line's dominating and you see it across multiple time frames, it tells you the side you want to trade. So in that case, we continue on and keep looking down the time frame, starting with, this is a dollar Canada chart. I'm just going to show you how the market moves from time frame to time frame. See the blue lines dominating? We'll go to a 1-hour chart. Blue line still dominating here. and a 15-minute chart, blue line is dominating. So this would tell us we want to trade dollar Canada from the short side. And then what we do is we look for a ladder pattern, such as this, with the strategy we show you how to get onto the market. So the goal here is to look for AT patterns on multiple time frames that confirm the directional risk in the market. Then look for an AT ladder pattern on a shorter time frame to execute a ladder strategy trade. In this way, we trade with the market flow on our side rather than guessing at a bottom or top before AT gives a reason to do so. Simply put, once we identify a side to trade, we look for a ladder pattern, place a stop above or below an AT ladder line. And all these blue lines here are ladder lines. As long as the most recent blue line in this case stays intact, your trade's intact, and we look for these blue ladders to build, in this case, direction to the downside. So as long as the ladder pattern continues, your stop should not get triggered. So this just scratches the surface of using AT to trade. It should give you an idea of its potential for you. The more you use the Amazing Trader and look at charts with a program running on it, the more you can appreciate its power and how you can use it to trade at any time of day and in all market conditions. Now, you've seen some of this in action, and you can see the market doesn't always operate like a textbook. But normally, if you scroll down during the situation, you always can see a ladder pattern and one you could trade. So this kind of gives you just a brief illustration of what the Amazing Trader is like. You've seen it in action. You can see how these blue lines, once this most recent line was broken, you went out of a sell mode, and you can see what happened here. So I'm now going to move this over to Michael to explain how we've taken this one step further using the same logic with the addition of our risk and money management system. So Michael, I'm going to switch it over to you. Just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael, I'm moving it over in a second. Just bear with me. We'll watch the Amazing Trader in action as we go along.
Okay, guys, I'm back. You guys see my screen, I hope. And let me continue on. Okay. Let's talk about risk management. Okay, let's take it. Okay, let's talk about risk management. Very, very big misnomer. What's really important here is it's asset management. That is the more appropriate term for what we're doing, not just risk management. Risk management, you know, people think, I put a stop loss on, I'm managing my risk. You know, that's part of a part of the situation, of course, certainly a necessary part of the equation. However, it's not the only part of the equation. Okay, what's really important here is return on investment. That's how you keep score. Okay, and we do that by using percentages. We don't look for pips or points or things like that. We look for return on investment. And our goal, obviously, is, as always, is to maximize our return while managing our risk in a good way. Okay, so hang on a second. Whoa, didn't do that. Hold on. Okay, as I started to say, we're always going to think in terms of percentages. Okay, so when you're talking to somebody and they told you they made 1,200 pips this month, it's so misleading, because what does it really mean? You don't know how much each pip was worth. You don't know how big the trading account was. So you don't really know what the percentage return was. You have no idea what that trader is doing. That pip, those 1,200 pips could have been worth a penny a pip, could have been worth 10 cents, a dollar, could have been worth $10 a pip. You have no idea. And because you have no idea how much risk was taken in order to make those 1,200 pips. You don't know how long people were in trades in order to make those 1,200 pips. So you really have very, very little idea of how this particular trader actually performed. So if you're out there in the marketplace and you see all of these different prognosticators and these FX traders and these gurus, and everybody is talking about how many pips they make, before you spend a nickel anywhere, before you spend 5 minutes of your time following anybody or listening to what they have to say, get an answer to one simple question. And that's very simple, all right? If I follow your system, if I did everything you did, if I was there for every trade you made and make every trade that you made exactly at the prices that you bought and sold, what was my percentage return? And I guarantee you, you won't get an answer. I guarantee it. And when you look at options traders, say, I made 210% in 5 days. All right, that's 210% on an option trade. Very possible. But you have no idea of how big that 210% return is relative to their account. You have no idea how much risk they took. So the bottom line is, once again, is what was your return on capital? 210% on a trade. Sure, if you have a $10,000 account and you spend $500 on options and you make $600, you know what? That's a very, very good trade. And if you do that in 5 days, that's a good trade. Okay. But if you're making 100 or 200% on a trade in options, that's 100 or 200% on the trade, on the risk that you took, not on your account. We talk about return on account, on your account balance. That is the most crucial thing that you can remember. We're always talking in terms of percentage return, and you'll see why that continues to be important as I take you through the rest of the presentation. Okay, so this is what we do. I'm going to make it really, really simple for you. It's going to take just a couple of minutes, and you're going to see where we're going. So if you want to be an amazing trader, this is how we do it. This is the formula. All right, you just follow the formula. First of all, we risk 1% of our total account on every trade we do. No more, no less. 1%. If you have a $10,000 account, 1% is $100. Every trade we do, we're risking $100. Now, why do we only risk 1%? Because every trader has losses. I don't care who you are. I don't care what system you're using. The market is too unpredictable. It doesn't end like a book or a movie. Every trader has losses. We want to minimize the losses, of course. Every trader has losing streaks. It just is going to happen. So 1% is a good number, because should you suffer losses or should you suffer a losing streak, you're not doing too much damage to your trading account, and you can always overcome those mistakes. So if you lose 5 trades in a row, you lost 5% of your account, not the end of the world. If you're risking 2, 3, 4% of your account on a trade and you have 5 losses in a row, that could be devastating to your account and very, very difficult to overcome. So you have to protect your account at all times against an unusually big drawdown. So that's why we risk 1%. But 1% is also large enough, as I will show you, that we can make substantial returns as you follow our formula. So that's it, very simple. 1% of your account is what you're going to risk. I don't know what your account size is. That's an individual situation for everybody that's out there. But for your own calculations, figure out what account size you have. You're going to risk 1% on every trade. Okay. All right. Oh, let me go back. Sorry, I missed one. Okay. We're going to look for a 1.25 to 1 risk reward ratio. Once again, percentages, 1.25%. So what does that mean? So if we're going to risk 1% of our account on every trade, we want to make 1.25%. No less, no more. We're not going to play with it. We're going to set it. Why only 1.25 to 1? Well, there's a number of reasons, but I'm going to settle on just a few of the key. We're only looking to put a small edge on our side, okay? 1.25 to 1 risk reward is essentially a coin flip, all right? You can almost throw a dart. You can flip a coin, all right? If you're going to lose 8 points, if you're going to risk 8 points, you make 10 points. If you're going to risk, 20 points, you make 25 points. It's essentially a 50-50 trade, okay? And so what we want to do is we want to give you a system where you can very confidently compete only with a 50-50 won-loss ratio. It's incredible how you see this in action, okay? You don't need to be a super trader. You don't need to be right 85% of the time. You don't need to be a master of financial acumen on managing your account and managing your money. We have a very, very set formula. You're going to risk 1%. We're going to try and make 1.25%. Very, very simple. Because of that, you're going to find many more trade opportunities during the day. So you have to think about it, okay? If you're going to, want to make, if you're going to risk 20 points, you want to make 25 points, okay? Well, that's great. How many 25-point moves do you think occur during the course of a day? Okay, maybe 1 or 2, okay? But if you risk 6 to make 7, if you risk 10 to make 12, if you miss 4 to make 5, okay? We have trades like that all day long in every trading pair that's out there. And we're going out to go after those types of trades. We are relatively short-term traders. I don't want to mislead you. The formula that we use, the Amazing Trader algorithm, as well as the risk management, will work on every time frame, but it's all going to depend on how much time you personally can spend in front of a chart. And we're going to go through that in a second. But just suffice it to say that we're looking for shorter term trade opportunities, and there's a reason for that. Okay, just take a look at something. Okay, now go back and think of what I said before. I want you to go, anybody else who's asking you to spend a nickel for their product or 5 minutes in their training room, all right, your question is going to be, how can I grow my account? I'm going to show you right now how you're going to take an account and take it from $10,000 to $25,000 in 1 year. That's 150% return. If you can get 150% return every year, you will be a hero, a hero. But this is only where we're going to start. And I'm going to show you how easy this is to do, okay? $10,000 starting balance. I use that number just for, it's easy to use, round number. Everybody can relate. If you have a $2,000 account, a $20,000 account, a $100,000 account, we're working off of $10,000. We're going to risk 1% per trade, $100. We're looking for a take profit of $125 per trade. And all we want is a 50-50 won-loss ratio. That's it, okay? You don't have to win 80 or 90% of the time, although I will tell you, and we'll get to that, if you use the Amazing Trader, you will have better than a 50-50 won-loss ratio. But I just want to show you how easy this is and how little the expectations are about what you may have to do to get this accomplished. So how does that play out? All right, well, you have a starting balance of $10,000. My suggestion, this is what an amazing trader does. This is how he spends his day, he or she, how they spend their day. We're looking to do at least 5 trades per day. Another reason why we're using the shorter time frames. And we'll get into that again. But look at these numbers. Starting balance of $10,000. So we're looking to do 5 trades a day. We're looking to do 100 trades a month. If you're able to do exactly what I laid out here for you, and all you're able to accomplish is a 50-50 won-loss ratio, you have 50 losses at $100, you lose $5,000. You have 50 wins at $125. You have a profit of $6,250. That's a net of $1,250 a month. That's 12.5% times 12 months is 150% return on your account, or $15,000. Okay, and that's your ending balance. Now that, by the way, is income. That's assuming now that you start with $10,000, you make your money every month, and you take out your profits, and then each month you start with the same $10,000. Well, that's not really what's going to happen here. What's going to happen here by using our software, remember, we're risking 1% of your account. As your account grows, you're going to be risking more money. So this is going to compound these returns. Now, I can't tell you exactly how far they're going to compound it, okay? But you can reasonably expect 50-50 loss ratio to make over a 150% return in your first year of trading with us after you pass the basics. Now, you think that's cool? How about when we improve your one loss ratio to 60%, which will happen, can happen, not for everybody, but certainly can happen. Once again, depending on how hard you work, how much time you put into this. How about looking at some really silly numbers? Start with $10,000. Now, all we got to do is increase our winning percentage from 50-50 to 60-40. Now, as you can see, now on a $10,000 account, you have a $3,500 a month profit, or 35%, times 12 months, 420%. Ending balance, $52,000. Now, once again, that's not including compounding. So look at the amount of money that you can make very, very simply if you just follow the formula. What's the formula? Once again, sorry to repeat it, very simple formula. We risk 1% of our account. We want to make 1.25%, and we want to be right at least 50% of the time. Sounds kind of easy, does it? Make sense? So what's the catch, right? Well, you can't argue with the math, all right? You can take this equation to anybody. You can lay out this formula, and nobody can argue with it. It's one of the few things in trading that is not subjective. You can't argue with math, all right? So that's the formula. But the catch is, how do you find a system where you confidently can find at least 5 trade setups a day where you can use this formula? That's the catch. The formula you can't argue with. The catch is, can you find a system where you can apply these metrics to? And that's where we got to go. Well, so there you go. Where do you find that kind of a system? It's the Amazing Trader algorithm, what Jay just showed you. Now, that's why we call this the Amazing Trader. Okay, now, let me see how I do this. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you, excuse me, let's give you a demo. Hang on a second. Go this way. Oops. There we go. Okay, so hopefully you guys all see my charts. Right, let me just move something out of the way here. Okay, now hopefully you guys, sorry the different colors, but hopefully you can see my charts. All right, what am I looking at here? I'm looking at gold right now, which is not having a very, very good day. All right, as you can see. Now, I'm looking at the 1 hour chart, but first I want to review very, very quickly something that Jay just showed you, okay? And let's just start. I come into the marketplace. I want to see what's going on. I'm logging in. I sit down. I like to trade gold. Let's get a look at what's happening with gold, all right? Let me explain it to you very simple. We have all of these red lines advancing, okay? So what does the daily chart show you? The daily chart shows you very, very, very big push to the upside, okay? Very strong. You wanted to be bullish, obviously, all the way here. We hit a top up here. And remember, this is a daily, so this is now goes back to last month, okay? And now we're retracing that move down, and we're coming back into a lot of support here, okay? So right now, I'm thinking to myself, the bias is definitely still long, although certainly in the very recent past, in particular, the 2 red candles we're in, where you know there's definitely a down bias right this second. But overall, and I'm keeping that in my mind, doesn't mean anything. I'm not trading here yet, although you could trade if you want to be if you want to trade off of a daily chart, you can still do that. And this is actually, you know, maybe a decent place to go long on a daily chart, okay? But not if I want to be in and out of trades over the next 30 minutes or an hour or so. So I'm going to drill down, take another look, okay? So now you can see on the 4 hour chart, the blue lines were all dominating, and of course, because that shows you what those candles on the red lines, you know. So right now, if you're looking at the 4 hour chart, All right, all of this pressure coming down on the blue, you're looking to be short. So right now, my bias, at least for today, is I'm starting to think short term, short on gold right now. 1 hour chart. Man, look what's going on here. Look at all of this move down. Clearly, you don't want to be going long gold. All right, it's very, very simple. Remember what Jay said. First thing we want to do is we want to put you on the right side of the market. So right now you're sitting in front of the market. You're just not even thinking about going long gold. At least not right now. It doesn't mean it can't go up. It just means that as a trader, you cannot possibly think about calling the bottom on this. The strength is all to the downside. So let me see if we could do something with that. All right. Now let's look at the 30-minute chart. Look at all of this blue pounding down, pounding down. No red in sight. You got to be short this pair. But you can't be short right this second. I mean, you can, of course, but you can't just jump on this. Why can't you jump on it? Because if you went short right here, at least according to our amazing trader lines, you would have to put your stop loss right above this line. And that's just way, way, way too far away as far as risk is concerned. So yes, you want to be short. Unfortunately, you missed a lot of this move. And right this second, at this spot, you can't go short yet, or at least not off of the 30-minute chart. But let's see what the 15-minute shows. All right. Also keeps pounding down, pounding down, pounding down. Same thing. I want to be short, but you'd have to put your stop loss above this amazing trader line, too far away. Let's see what the 5 minutes looks like. Also pounding down, pounding down, pounding down. You'd still have to. Now, I'm not going to get into it, but when we see, this is a new pattern for us, okay? There's a possibility of a bottom forming right here. I still want to short, but I would only short if we came back up to this area. But let's see if I can find another pair so I can give you a good trading example. Hang on a sec. Let's see what's going on with the S&P 500. Okay, this is the S&P 500. And let's just take a look, because I think I can show you the risk management pretty quickly here. Look at the red lines pounding up. The S&P 500, you're only going long. There is no way in the world that you want to go short the S&P 500 right now, not with these red lines pounding up like that. Look at the 1 hour. Oh man, you definitely want to be long. Now I'm going to show you something. Let's just even scroll down a little bit. Look at all the red lines powering up, powering up. At least now when I say you can go long, you put a stop loss below an amazing trader line. That's a good indication that you will hold. Not a guarantee. They break like everything else. They break, but it's still a very good indication. You see, as you see, we had a blue line. That blue line is broken and it's trying to form now another one. You want to be long. You want to be long with a stop loss under here. But let me see if I could get, oops. Let me see if I can get something better. That's the 15. Here's the 5. Well, let's use the 5 minute. Now I'm going to show you how the risk management works. Okay. Well, hopefully we're building. I don't know if you caught that. Do you see how this red line, dotted line just started? That was very important. That's the starting of a potential solid line. This is a temporary line. It has to get confirmed solid. It will get confirmed in the next candle, assuming this low doesn't get broken. But I like the fact, because we have a big, big, big up move, and now we're forming even another higher red line. So I'm saying to myself, all right, I can get long. Now watch this, right? We want to use our formula. Now I'm going to, because this line, excuse me. All right, this is not the trade I would make because this line is not solid yet, but I want to show you something really cool on risk management. Let's just say I'm going to call this line. I believe, based on my experience, that this line will ultimately confirm and turn solid. So I want to kind of get a head start on it. I want to go long. I click the B button. I take my stop loss, which is this yellow button right here. Oops. Double click. I bring it down to below where that line is. Okay. So I brought my stop loss down below the next amazing trader line that I want. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I have a very sensitive mouse here, so excuse me. Again, I want to put the stop loss right over there. Okay. Now what happens? My risk management program figured out exactly by placing my stop over here. And if I were to trade right here, okay, these are my settings. I would be buying 17 lots. My total risk is $1,000, 1%. Remember, my account size, if you look down here, is $100,000. You know, just give or take. I'm rounding it off. Okay. My take profit would be about 1.3. It's really kind of, yeah, 1.2 to 1.3. It's really 1.25. Okay. But now, as you see, okay, the numbers are changing because the price is moving. So what's happening is we're always risking the 1%, but where our stop loss is going to depend. So now our position size is going to go down a little bit. So, all right, I want to make this trade. Now I just buy. Boom, I'm in. Okay, I'm in. My stop loss is below my amazing trader line. Let me open this up a little bit so I can show you where my take profit is now up here. Okay, but as you can see down here, I got in at 45.9626. My stop loss is in, my take profit is in, the order is set, and all I do is I just sit and wait. Okay, I let it either hit the take profit or I let it hit the stop loss. Don't have to do anything. All you have to do all day long is exactly what I just did. You watch charts, you drill down, you use the amazing trader lines to find an area where you can be on the right side of the market, where you can place a stop loss either above a blue line if you're going short, or below a red line if you're going long. The risk management automatically calculates your position size and your take profit based on how far your entry is from your stop loss. And as you can see, we're moving up here a little bit. This was not the ideal timing on a trade. I'm doing this strictly for demonstration purposes to show you the risk management. Ideally, especially beginners, you want to wait for this line to confirm and turn red. It will, there it goes. Ah, what good timing. See, now that this line, it turned red when this candle closed, okay? So now that's more confirmation, and I'm following this ladder up, if that makes sense, okay? And so here we go. Now, this is the high of the day. We have to take out that high. You know, it could happen. It might not happen. But as you can see, all right, we're continuing now. I'll move up. This is the S&P 500. We have the stop loss in place. We have our take profit up here, and we're going to let this trade hit or not. You have to be right 50% of the time. I can't make it any easier for you. Okay, let's see if we can find something else happening to give you an idea. Hold on, pound. See what oil looks like. Okay. This is oil today. How about you guys like Bitcoin, right? Let's see what Bitcoin looks like. All right, we're on everything. Okay, remember, you can trade cryptos, you can trade FX. I mentioned this. You can trade metals, you can trade indexes, whatever you want. If it's on your MT4 platform, you can trade it. Now, 4-hour chart Bitcoin. Man, Bitcoin is on its way up right now. I can't tell you if that's going to continue forever, but I can certainly tell you, look, I mean, look at all of this strength. You really have to be thinking, if you're a Bitcoin player, I'm looking for a long somewhere, but not right this second. Okay. You can put a stop loss below this line, of course. It's a trade, but it's a 4-hour chart. That means you'll be in that trade a long period of time. Okay. I'm almost done here. Okay. 1-hour chart. I'm kind of, we're in a consolidation here. So I'd want to be long, but, I need something to show me a little bit better. Anything going on here? Consolidation 30. You know what? This looks like it's continuing its move up. We're building some ladders now over here. We tested this blue line up here once or twice. I'm a little concerned. If it gets back down here, I could consider putting on a long position. Let me see what the 5-minute shows. 5-minute shows. Yeah, I could consider putting on a long position. So once again, now I'm not doing this trade yet. It's not perfect timing. Okay, strictly to demonstrate. We have an unconfirmed blue line. So remember, just like before, when this candle closes, as long as that line has not been broken, that will confirm. So let's see. If I wanted to set up a long, click up a buy. I drag my stop loss. Let's just say under that amazing trader line. Okay, just put there. And then I click the buy, and boom. Okay, I'm now in the trade again. I'm in there at 9.97 lots. I'm risking $1,004. I'm looking to make $1,252, and I'm just going to let that play until the trade plays out. Okay, guys, that's how the risk management works. I can't make it any easier for you. You don't have to do anything. We preset the levels at a 1% risk, at a 1.25 to 1 risk reward ratio. All you have to do is pick a side of the market that you think you want to be on based on the strength of the amazing trader lines. Drill down until you can get yourself close to a ladder where you can put a stop loss reasonably close to an amazing trader line. Use our risk management, put the trade on, sit back, be right 50% of the time, and you got a great future ahead of you. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, now Eightcap, we have a relationship with Acap, which I'm going to explain in a couple of minutes. And so now this is your opportunity to try our program, okay, with absolutely no risk. And it's a 28-day program, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works and what you got to do to get it. So we call this our 28 Days to Success program. What you do, you'll register for the Amazing Trader, you'll get your download instructions, you'll get the Amazing Trader study guide. It's maybe an hour's worth of a number of short videos. You get the trading guide, you go through it as quickly as you possibly can, and then what will happen is every day for 14 days from the day that you register, you will see one video from us of a key important element of how to use the Amazing Trader. So you'll have it all in the study guide. And if you were wise, you would just get the study guide and dig right into it. It's very, very easy to follow. But every day for 14 days, we're going to send you out one email with a key aspect about the Amazing Trader to help you really get up to speed as quickly as possible. After you spend the 14 days doing that, the rest is up to you. You're now going to spend 14 days of just looking at charts. Minimum 2 hours per day. Now, obviously, I'm not standing over your shoulder. How much time you put into this, like anything else, what you put in is what you're going to get out. So the more time you have to look at the charts, the quicker you're going to learn this, the quicker you're going to see how things repeat, the quicker you're going to get confidence in exactly what you're seeing. We think 2 hours a day is a really good amount of time. Now, when you're looking at your charts, you really want to focus on the 5-minute and the 15-minute charts. And the reason for that is because you want to see how the candles react at the end of the candle closing. That's when all the action happens. When a candle closes, that's when a line, if it's going to form, will either start as a temporary line, or it will break, or it will become a fixed line, okay? But that all happens when candles closes. So it's important that you watch 5-minute and 15-minute candles. Every 5 minutes, you want to see how the 5-minute candles close. Every 15, you want to see how the 15-minute candles close. And you should also check the, the half hour and the hours and see how the candles close. But you're not going to sit there for 2 hours and just watch 1 hour charts. You'll see, one candle close or 2 candles closes. So if you sit there for 2 hours and you watch 5-minute and 15-minute charts, you're going to be seeing candles setting up, closing, lines forming, lines breaking, and you'll really get a feel for exactly how this works, because the things repeat over and over and over again. You're going to open up a demo account. All right, we don't care about you're not worried about your live trading account right now. You're going to open up a demo account. And what I'm telling you, what Jay will tell you, is very, very simple. All right, if you just do this and you sit there and you spend your time trading and you just bang out trades, that we believe anybody on this call after 28 days should be able to average a 50% or better win rate, okay? And if you can do that, you're on your way to making a lot of money. And we believe that anybody who just spends the time and does exactly what we tell them and follows this plan and puts in the time will be able to accomplish that in literally 28 days, okay? So I just want to tell you something about our relationship quickly with Acap, because it's exclusive. And we did this for a reason, okay? First of all, while our software was intended, and it technically would work on any MT4 platform with any broker, in this case, we created an exclusive relationship with Acap. So if you want to use the Amazing Trader, you must open up your account, a live account, and fund a live account at Acap. Okay, the product will not work at any other broker. You will not have access to it at any other broker. Very, very important. You have to open up a minimum account, and I'm going to show you this. Fund a $500 account at Acap, and you will have access to try the Amazing Trader. All right, you know, kind of what happened here. You know, why are we giving this exclusively to Acap? Why are we working so tightly together when we have a product here that literally can work on any broker, any MT4 broker? Why did we decide to go to Acap? Well, you know, I'll try and be quick here, but you know, Jay and I, as you can tell, we're not spring chickens, okay? And you know, he's been trading now for a long time. I've been trading for a long time. We both have very nice lives. We sit back, we spend our days, we trade, we make money, and we have a great time. And Jay, who I told you originally invented the algorithm, I was one of his first customers. All right, he finally talked me into trying this product of his, and I did, skeptically, of course, because there's 1,000 products out there, and you know everybody's always trying to sell you something. And so very skeptically, he got me to look at it, and it hit me right away on how powerful it was. So, you know, that was Jay. I came along, and I knew my risk management was going to work really, really well. So we decided very quickly, if we were going to offer this to retail traders, if we were going to offer this to the marketplace, we didn't want to be out there and be one in a big sea of thousands of people and trying to compete. Okay, we wanted to partner up with a broker, and in particular broker. So we did our research, and you know what came up? Acap came up. Okay, why? They're a very fast growing company, very, very innovative, as you can see. They have a huge variety of financial instruments to trade. They have regulated in great jurisdictions. The customer service is excellent. Excellent reviews if you look at Trustpilot. So we really did our homework as we went out to the marketplace. And then the main reason is because they knew a good thing when they saw it. Because when we approached them, they immediately saw the value in what we had. And when we saw their excitement and we knew what we had, we just thought that a relationship together would work out tremendous, and so far it has. We're both very excited about where we're heading with this. So now where do we go from here? Well, I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So this program, and I'm going to tell you right now, the price is going up. It's $129 a month for this program, but it is incredibly worth it, as you can see. And once you start using it, you'll be amazed that it's so cheap. And that price is going to go up. However, because of our relationship with Acap, and because we're bringing this out as a new offering to their client base, for Eightcap clients, all right, the product is $99 a month. If you sign up for a year, you get 2 months free. So either $99 a month or $990 for the year if you sign up now. But it gets better. Come on, you know it's going to get better. All right. We do have a no risk limited time offer for you. All right. This is all you have to do. If you don't have an account at Acap yet, you must open a live account and deposit $500. If you do that, you'll get 1 month free of the Amazing Trader, and you'll be able to complete the 28 days to the success program. So if you're not a current Acap account holder, you must open a live account and deposit $500, and you'll get you 1 month free. If you are already an existing account holder and you have a balance of at least $500 at Acap, good news, you already get 1 month free of the Amazing Trader. So the bottom line, anybody who opens up an account or has an account at Acap, a live trading account with $500 in it, will get 1 month free of the Amazing Trader. All right, how good could that be? So everybody has the opportunity to take that 28 days to success course and see how they do. Very, very simple. Okay, no risk. There's more. It gets even better. Okay, if you deposit more money now, and I'm going to really give you a push on why you ought to. Okay, but if you deposit more money, if you deposit $1,000, you'll get 2 months free. If you deposit $5,000, you'll get 6 months free. And if you deposit $10,000, you're going to get 12 months free of this product. That is invaluable. And the same thing for existing accounts. If you can have it be an existing account at Acap, if you make an additional deposit of 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 into your account, you can also get additional months free of the Amazing Trader. Now, there are no restrictions. That's why this is no risk. There's no trading requirements. You don't have to trade. You have to open up an account. You have to fund it. You never have to trade it. You don't have to make one live trade in order to take advantage of this. You can withdraw your money at any time. Anytime. No questions asked. The only thing is, you'll lose access to the Amazing Trader. That's all, okay? But that's it. You can withdraw your money. You can put in $5,000, take it out 2 days later. $10,000, take it out a month later. It doesn't matter. You never have to trade it, and you can take your money back at any time. That's the definition of no risk. Okay? So, very, very simple. If you already have an account at Eightcap, all you got to do is contact your personal rep, discuss it with them. They'll set you up with the proper link to register, and we can get you going right away. Okay? If you're a new account and you see the website that we have in the screen right there, you go there. That will take you to a place where you can open up your account with Acap and get going. So I just want to, before, I'll say thank you, but before I get going, I want to point out, I have to emphasize that this really is a no-risk offer. Everybody should do what they can to take that 28-day course. All right, it's very, very simple, because at the end of 28 days, you'll either be ready or not to trade live. Use your demo account. This is your goal. Take the 28-day course. Use your demo account. Bang out trades. And when you're consistently getting 50% right, you go live. Okay? And that's where we're at right now. I want to thank you very much for your attention. We hope you enjoyed it. If anybody have any questions at this point, we'll open it up to questions, and then we'll take it from there. All right? So go ahead. Anybody have any questions? Not seeing too many questions. Hang on, hang on. Hang on. Yes, there's, as I said, there are no restrictions at all. None at all. You can deposit your money and you can take your money out at any time. Of course, you'll lose access to the Amazing Trader, but that's, that goes without saying. But listen, Eightcap has great spreads, great customer service. So, why bother? All right. Let's see, what else? This course is very, very simple. It's an EA, and you download it onto your MT4 platform. It's very, very easy to install. Okay. Let's see. It'll trade in US or Aussie dollars. It'll trade in whatever your account is set up in, and that's the beautiful thing about our risk management. Our risk management will convert into whatever dollar amount your account is set up for. Whatever it is, you'll still be risking 1% to make 1.25%. The risk management will do all the calculations on the back end as far as that's concerned. What else? Yes, it trades cryptocurrency. I think I mentioned that for sure. Okay. Hang on a second. The 28-day program is free. That's it. 28-day program is absolutely free. All you have to do, once again, is just open an account with Acap. Open an account and fund an account with Acap, $500, and it's free. Okay. As far as the $99 for the monthly fee, that's only after your free subscription with Acap, expires. So if you deposit $500 and you take the Amazing Trader for a month, at the end of a month, now we don't ask you for your credit card. You'll get an email coming towards the end of the month saying, hey, your free subscription is up. If you want to continue, it's $99 a month, and and you have to pay for it. And at that point, you'll have to, you'll be able to sign up and register. We don't ask you for your credit card yet at this point. If you want to go forward, great. If you don't want to go forward, that's fine as well. What else? What else? I want to just get through a couple of questions. We've been running a little long here. Couple of questions. What else? Let's see if we could get a good one. Yeah, you know what? The amazing trader, very easy. Just follow the lines, man. The red lines, the blue lines, very simple. All right, guys. You know what? That's it. Go back, review the webinar. You'll get a recording, and we want to thank you very much. We hope to see you soon, and it's good luck in your trading future. So, thanks very much.